perhaps if you have ideas that are taboo, that you're not allowed to discuss, my shortcut is to suspect they're simply correct.
Here's Peter Thiel talking to Jordan Peterson, this is a couple months ago, about the political correctness around what we are allowed to talk about and not allowed to talk about, because clearly they don't want Nick Shirley talking about a certain something.
And then there's probably always a political intuition I have on this too, which is that perhaps if you have ideas that are taboo, that you're not allowed to discuss, my shortcut is to suspect they're simply correct. And so the example I always give is Professor Bob Laughlin, who's a Stanford physics professor. I think around 1998, he gets a Nobel Prize in physics. And he suffers from the extreme delusion that now that he has a Nobel Prize, he finally has academic freedom and can talk about whatever he would like to talk about. And there are all sorts of areas that are very taboo in the sciences. So you question Darwinism, or question stem cell research, or question, climate change. These are very dangerous areas. But he picked one of those even more dangerous than any of those three. He believed that most of the scientists, so-called scientists, were basically stealing money from the government, engaging in borderline fraudulent science, or it was incrementalist, not worth much. His area of his area of focus was high temperature superconductivity. He told me at one point there were maybe 50,000 papers written in that area, and maybe 25 out of 50,000 had actually advanced the science at all. And I don't even need to tell you how he started by, it was not just the abstract replication crisis. He started by talking about naming people, and this person has stole money, and this person is a fraud. And I don't even need to tell you how that movie ended. He promptly got defunded. His students couldn't get PhDs anymore. And then my hermeneutic of suspicion is if you have an idea like stagnation in science, which immediately gets you deplatformed, that's an idea we should take very seriously. So that's a political intuition I have on this.
So the point of what he's illustrating there is that even those who you think are going to get as close to the truth as possible, they often get taken out by the machine in some sense. You have a Nobel-winning scientist who starts calling out fraudulence in these departments, mostly college departments, doing all these scientific papers and research and all these things. And then he gets the boot because they're all kind of in on it. And I think that maybe explains what the modern Democrat Party is more than anything else. They're all in on the money laundering to some extent, which is how they get so freaking rich. Now, by the way, this is not something that is exclusive to them. The Republicans have a version of it too. But when it comes to sort of the holistic, we are going to destroy the United States and pilfer every last piece and pull the copper out of the wall as we're taking the place out, the Democrats are all kind of in on it. So you cannot call anything out. That's why a guy like John Fetterman, who is a Democrat for some reason still, when he pokes them now, what are they doing? They're trying to primary him, even though he's by far the most sane member they have in the Senate.